Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to come on here and give you a very special video. I'm going to be concentrating a lot on exposure of what the other side is doing. I know I've done this the entire career that I've been doing this, but I'm concentrating specifically on the magic that they're trying to do, okay? So that in an effort in exposing this, they're left with nothing else that they can do, okay? The more you expose them and how they do things, the less they'll have to choose from as to what they can try to do, okay? We all know that the magic isn't working anymore, but there are going to be those that try to if they can't do it themselves, they'll try to go to a practitioner, and this is what the practitioner will try to do. So this is in an effort to expose that practitioner as well. Okay, so let this be a disclaimer that this is not in any way, shape, or form meant to teach anybody how to do these things. Like some people would have you believe that I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to expose what they are doing so that you are aware of it, okay? The only reason that they say that, oh, you're trying to, actually, the only reason that they would be upset about it is because this is what they're doing behind the scenes and they don't like being exposed. So they'll try to deflect and say that I'm the one that's trying to do this. Okay, so just be forewarned that they will try to use that. Okay, and they're going to get mad at me saying that too. All right. In my career, I have learned to expose a lot of this. This is what I'm supposed to do. I wasn't planning on making this video. I was just charged to do this because I am protected to do this. Okay, I'm already sealed. So that being said, let's get into what sympathetic magic is, contagious magic, and homeopathic magic. Okay, these are the three major types of magic that these karmics and narcissists do to try to delay things. Now, I want you to also realize that once you realize that this is being done, okay, and this will be different for everybody watching this, it eliminates the effects, okay, because they can only make this a success out of your feelings about it, okay? So the big secret that witches won't tell you is that in order for their spells to work, you have to have a strong emotion about things, okay? And they intend to make you feel these emotions to make it work on your side, and you don't even realize you're making it work on your side by having that emotion. This is why I tell you guys to check your emotions, okay? All right, so that being said, also you should know that even though they're doing this, awareness is one part of this, but also know that if something is being shown to you, God is using what they're doing, right? If it's being allowed, I want you to remember this, okay? This is very important. If it's happening in your life, okay, this is in no way, shape, or form meant to distract you from the fact that if it's being done, it's so that you can see who the person is behind the scenes that's doing this. If the effects of it are taken away too soon, you won't see the image of the person. They do this in darkness, okay? They do this in the dark, okay? So sometimes God allows some things to happen so that you can see where it's coming from, okay? God will never allow something to happen to you that's going to either take you off this journey or that's really going to hurt you, okay? But he does allow you to see things. He does allow you to see things so you know who to pray against. This is all so that you get to have that conversation with him. And once you have that conversation with him, you'll know exactly who's behind it. And then the good thing about that is that you know exactly who to pray against, okay? Now, what is sympathetic magic? According to the dictionary here, It's a primitive or magical ritual using objects or actions resembling or symbolically associated with the event or person over which influence is sought. Okay, so let's get into what other people ask about this as well. Okay, sympathetic magic is also referred to as imitative magic. Contagious magic is based on the principle that things or persons once in contact can afterward influence each other. If anyone obtained these objects, magic could be performed on them, which would cause the person they came from to be affected. Don't brush your teeth in somebody's house, okay? All right? Because if there's blood left there, if let's say there's blood if you brush too hard, okay, they can take that little bit of blood and use it. Don't brush your hair in somebody's house, okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. If it's somebody's house, a hotel or motel is one thing, okay? Because nobody's really connected there unless you know for a fact that that person works as a housekeeper in that hotel or motel where they can be taking things, actually taking. There are some witches that are housekeepers in these hotels and motels, and people, you don't know who's working with each other. And my throat's going because they know I'm about to tell you some shit, okay? Some of them are working as hotel cleaning staff, okay? Some of these witches work as hotel cleaning staff. And my throat's going a mile a minute right now. They have direct access, okay? If you know any of the links between people, think of who might be a hotel or motel service member, a janitor or a housekeeper, okay? Those are the two, okay? I want you to look out for that because this is what they don't tell you. They will look to those people because they are overlooked. They're service staff, so they're overlooked, okay? If you know how this connects, and I feel like some of you will connect the dots here, that's all this is all about. Who is the hotel employee? Or whether it's a security guard that knows who comes in and out and has access to those records, who's a hotel housekeeper that their job is to clean things up, but they could be saving things from certain rooms. If they know which room that you were in and you were brushing your teeth or brushing your hair, your DNA's there and they're using it, okay? These people are kind of ignored, right? So they're not really looked at as a potential go-between, okay? So also janitors, maintenance people, okay? They could be directly linked to this too, okay? Because the janitor takes the trash out, okay? So I want you to keep these things in mind. It's usually the ones that are ignored that are directly a part of this, okay? Now, however this relates to your situation, you'll be able to put the pieces of the puzzle together, okay? Sympathetic magic, also known as imitative magic, okay? So we're going to get into sympathetic magic examples. Sympathetic magic is based on the principle that like produces like, right? For instance, whatever happens to an image of someone will also happen to them. This is the basis for which the use of voodoo dolls in the folk tradition of Haiti, okay? That's also called what they practice is obeah or obia, okay? Obeah, obeah, okay? This is why I tell you guys to leave your things private. Your pictures, leave it to friends only. And do it a periodic go through of who your friends are, okay? God will lead you to the person that you need to look at. Go and see who they're connected to, okay? It's always a tree linking to some other branch. Okay. If you feel at all, better safe than sorry, right? If you feel at all that this is directly related to you, okay, and this is making you remember certain things and certain people and certain events, right? I would keep my things private. Pictures, I would have it that you only see the pictures. Put it to only me. If it's on Facebook, put it to only me so only you see it. Leave your profile picture as something that's generic, okay? This is not the time to be taking fabulous selfies, okay? Leave the selfies for your own eyes only, okay? For the time being, all right? Put a picture of a flower or, an animal, something, okay? Something that's neutral that is not directly related to you, okay? Because they use these pictures. There is something called screenshotting, okay? And if we're using the screenshotting to get our proof of things, so are they. They're getting to get their material, because not everybody's going to be so obvious as to use a puppet doll, okay? People are a little more crafty these days. They don't do it the old-fashioned way like they did back in whatever time, okay? Going all the way back. Now they use pictures. The internet and social media has made it a little easier for these people to do their work. Okay, this is why I'm telling you, protect your pictures. Okay, leave them for your eyes only. All right, now we're going to get into contagious magic. Let's click that here. The definition of contagious magic is magic based on the assumption that things once associated are able to affect one another when separated, so that anything done to an object, such as a garment or a hair, will affect its former owner. Now, if, let's say, somebody was behind something, and I have a very, very specific person in mind personally when I say this, okay, for contagious magic, right? If you once were in this person's house, let's say you visited them for any length of time, about a week or so, right? You're going to be brushing your teeth and brushing your hair in their house, right? And, at the time you're having fun, you're not thinking of anything, because they'll make it that, oh, they're really, really down for you and all of that. Meanwhile, they're looking for your DNA. Okay. So your brush that has sometimes you do shed hair. Everybody sheds hair. Okay. And when you're pulling out the hair out of the brush to clean it out so that it, goes through your hair strands easier, and you're dumping that hairball in the trash. Okay. Especially during the last day that you're there at their house. Okay. I would not keep that in there, and I would not throw that in their trash. Okay. I would just take it with you. Okay. If you got to put your hair in a sloppy bun, put your hair in a sloppy bun. Don't leave any of your DNA around where they can use it. Okay. Because as soon as they take you to that airport or that bus terminal, okay, when they get back, they're going to get right to work. Okay. I'm telling you because I have a very specific person in mind when I say this. Okay. And that's contagious magic. So magic based on the assumption that things once associated are able to affect one another when separated, so that anything done to an object, such as a garment or a hair, will affect its former owner. This is what they do. If you have a picture of you and your masculine, do not put it online. Do not put it online, because what they will do is they will rip that picture into and use this contagious magic. So that divide and conquer. What happens to one, what happens to the other. Okay? That's a big example. Pictures are a big, big part of this, because then they don't need your DNA. They have your image. Okay? And the image of the person that they want to influence. Okay? And they really want to influence the both of you. They want to keep you out and influence the other. Okay? So let's go back to sympathetic magic. Okay. Sympathetic magic is based on the principle that like produces like. Okay. So a lot of times they take this image and they'll poke holes in the eyes or holes somewhere on the body. If it's a full body image, they will download it, right? Or they will just screenshot it. Okay. And then when they screenshot it, they have it printed out in things like Shutterfly and these online printing studios that you can get it back. Okay. This is why I'm telling you, you got to get into the mind of your enemy so that you can know what they're going to do before they do it. Okay. Like produces like. This is their whole thing here. All right. Not everybody uses dolls anymore. Not a lot of people use puppet dolls anymore because that would be a little too obvious and it would send a red flag signal and people will run the other way. So what do? They use pictures. They use pictures, okay? Because then it doesn't require your DNA. They won't be able to get close enough to you to get that DNA, so they use your picture, which is an image, okay? It's a representation of you, okay? Your picture is your representation, okay? Let's see here. So whatever they want to do to you, they do to the picture. They won't do it to you. This is how people that are using magic, the karmics and the narcissists and all of that, this is how they're doing their work. I'm letting you know all the fucking tea right now, okay? After this video, they're going to be very, very mad because I'm giving you real world examples of what they're doing, okay? Now, if you want specific things that you can do to combat this, go to my Patreon, okay? Because I'm giving you general examples over here, but everybody's situation is different. And for the $35 a month tier, it does include a phone call. That's much like a reading. Like I used to do readings. It's much like a read into your situation, okay? Intuitively, not using cards, by just listening to what is going on with you, okay? And that's on my Patreon at the Side-Eyed Strategist. So go check that out. I have a lot of information on there already. So let's get into the homeopathic magic, okay? Imitative magic. You got to give me a minute, guys. I'm all of a sudden very gassy and they're really not wanting me to talk about this. Too bad. Okay. This is magic based on the assumption that a desired result, such as rain or the death of an enemy, can be brought about or assured by mimicking it. It's also called homeopathic magic, sympathetic magic. Whatever. It also goes back to the sympathetic magic. They do to the picture whatever they want to happen to you. If they want to attack a part of your body, they do something to that part of the body. They'll X it out or they'll put a pin in it, okay? They'll slice it. If you get cuts on your body, it's because they cut that part of the body on the picture, okay? So they're using pictures as puppet dolls now. This is very important that you know this, okay? Do not try doing this on them. I feel like I got to tell whoever needs to hear that. Do not try doing this on them. It's only going to be your karma to pay. Okay? Do not try this on them. The best thing you can do is through knowing who this is, and you'll know, is to pray against them. That's the best thing you can do. Your hands are not dirtied then. Okay? You do not want to dirty your hands in this. All right? I'm talking to my 20s. I'm talking to my people that look at my channel, okay? I'm talking to y'all. Do not do what you're seeing here. Don't do it to them because you're going to have to pay the karma. And then, while they will pay their karma too, it doesn't make it good for you if you're doing what they're doing. All you can do, your only power here is to pray, and that's all you need. Because then, however this is supposed to happen and sort itself out, you leave your hands clean. You come out smelling like a rose, you're undefiled, and your hands are clean. Don't forget, the people that are doing this to you, their hands are so dirty right now. There is no amount of soap and water that's going to clean this off of them. There is no Psalm 91 that's going to be able to undo what they did, especially if they're trying to do death spells, okay? And there are some people that I have exposed that are trying to do that to me. Obviously not working because I'm here, okay? Obviously not working. I'm protected by God. I'm sealed by God. He is not going to let anything happen to me, okay? But I had to come on here and let you guys know of what I'm seeing is going on here. Something told me they have to know exactly how they practice this. This is why I started that other platform, okay? I'm giving you the generals over here. But if you want specifics as to your situation, hit up my Patreon, okay? I have 3 tiers, 10, 20, and 35, okay? You'll still get the same amount of information if you get the $10, okay? Because I realize times is rough, okay? But also know that, the larger the price, the more benefits that you get, okay? I'm just trying to give back to you guys for giving to me, giving your patronage and your loyalty and your support and your love. I'm just trying to give back to you guys. Okay. So I hope this helps. Okay. It might freak some people out, reach out if you want to. My email is hoodoracleministries144000 so that you can speak with me in private off the air here, because you don't want to expose that you have seen this, okay? Now if you're just brazen and you don't give a fuck, great, you can put it up under the comments, but I would suggest very strongly that you email me, okay? And the only reason people would have a problem with you emailing me personally is because then they don't have access to what's going on with you so that they can do work to you. You thinking that you need their help, you go to them for spell work being done or a reading being done. Not necessary. Sorry. And of course, they're going to try to attack me as a result of me doing this, and it affects their bag. Okay. So they try to attack me. I want you to also know that whatever is being delayed in your life, whether it's union with your masculine, your money, or anything else, anything that's being delayed or stalled is directly related to what they know is in your future and in your destiny. So that is specifically what they're trying to delay and stall. Whatever is delayed in your life right now, it's directly related to what's coming into your future. That's going to be in abundance. So they try to stop it. So if it's money that's being stalled, money is a big, big part of your destiny and not having to ever worry about it again. If you're not talking to your masculine, you're separated from your masculine, is because they know that you two are real twins and they're trying to keep y'all separated. Okay. If God's allowing the separation, there's a reason, because don't forget, they're doing magic on this person. Okay. And he's toxic to you right now. Okay. You love him and everything, but right now, because they're putting that influence over him, he's toxic right now and you can't be involved in that. You're not equally yoked right now, okay? You still send your prayers to him. You still love him. You still, do what you need to do, okay? If you need pointers, let me know. It's what I'm here for. I'm not here to sit here and look pretty, okay? I'm here to help you guys, all right? That's what I'm here for. So think about the things that are delayed or halted or stopped in your life right now. God is allowing you to see that so that you know where you're going. You have to approach this from a different standpoint. Don't approach it from the fear. Think of its function. Don't focus on the fear, focus on the function. What is its function? Everything has a function. It all has a function. If it's being allowed, it's because you need to see something. And if he yanks it from you right away without allowing you a couple of falls, you're not going to see who's behind it. If he yanks it from you right away, you're not going to see who's behind it, so you don't know exactly who to pray against. And that praying is that communion with God, that conversation with God. So he's going to allow some things to happen so that you can come back to him. And then that's when he tells you exactly what's going on. Get to know God. Get to know him. He's more on your side than you think. He's more on your side than you think, than you even realize. If it's being allowed, there's a purpose. Don't think of the pain, think of the purpose. Don't think of the fear, think of the function. And with that, I'm going to cut off this video. I hope this was helpful. If you need more help, specific help, hit me up on Patreon, become a member, become a patron. And this is the way that I'm giving back to you guys. Okay? I'm not doing readings anymore, but I am doing these types of sessions. Okay? It may be not tarot cards, but it's still helpful. So if you are interested, hit up my Patreon, become a member. And again, it's Side-Eyed Strategist, patreon.com/Side-Eyed Strategist. Okay? Love you guys very much. I'm here to empower, embolden, and get you to the finish line. Even if you have to scrape a broken leg across that finish line, you made it. You may be battered, bloody, and bruised, but you made it. You fucking made it. Your wounds will heal, but you made it to that finish line. It ain't going to be easy. You're going to get cut along the way. I never said that this was going to be such a thing where you're not going to, take your hits along the way. Okay? But I'll teach you how to navigate that through the power of God. Okay? And the Holy Ghost to get you to that finish line. You see it, even if you have to take that last bit of strength that you have and propel yourself, throw yourself across that finish line, I will help you do it. I will give you that last push. Okay? That's what I'm here for. I'm very, very fired up about this. There's a lot that's going to be coming from me. I am not going to be doing this alone. Okay? So just look out for more to come. Okay? Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit me up on Patreon, become a member so you have extra benefits, and I will talk to you soon. God bless you guys. I'm praying for you all the time. You're going to make it. I promise you're going to make it. But you got to be more stubborn than they are. Okay? They're stubborn, but you got to be more stubborn. And you do that by praying. They don't like you praying. So do what they don't want you to do. Pray. And pray not because you are required to. Pray because you know that this is the way to get to real communion with God and find out what's going on so that you guys could be a team. He's not external of you. He wants you to be part of this team. He wants to work with you. Allow him to. But you can't do that unless you pray. All right? Love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Again, email me if you have any specific questions, okay? And if something that I can't really say there that's a little, that's going to require more than one email, then I really suggest that you join my Patreon, okay? So that being said, love you guys again. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless.